Hey gods and goddesses, today I'm going to be talking about the new moon in Taurus happening on May 7th or May 8th, depending where you are in the world. I'm going to be pulling messages, of course, but I'm going to be going over everything astrologically so you can get a better and clearer view what's going to be happening for your sign. So new moon in Taurus is going to be happening at 18 degrees, okay? So if you have any fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Taurus, this is definitely going to affect you. So it's going to be happening on May 7th, 8:22 if you are Pacific time. Venus is in Taurus, is home and ruling sign. So it feels comfortable, it feels at peace, it feels harmonious. And we also have Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus, right? And that's going to be until May 26th when Jupiter enters Gemini for the next year, okay? If you haven't watched my other video on the May horoscopes, you should definitely go watch it. I go over each sign and how you'll be affected by this beautiful transit, right? Because Jupiter it's wonderful. It expands and it goes into Gemini. It's expanding your knowledge about something because all the eclipses, honestly, and even with the full moon we just had in Scorpio on April 23rd, it just brung like secrets to life, and it just brung all of these things and confusion and like, oh my goodness, like which way do I go next? I'm so good, I'm so confused about what's going on, maybe about yourself, maybe about what to do with someone else. But it's really about closing and transforming it. And Scorpio is going to make that happen, right? And so it's just a lot of confusion and just a lot of, like, wait, which way do I go? It's just uncertainty that we're all dealing with in some way, in some area of our life, right? And so the new moon in Taurus is going to be trining Saturn. So this is definitely harmonious. It's definitely going to be, it's going to flow well for all of us. I'm going to go over it, but Saturn rules Capricorn, and Capricorn is another earth sign. Capricorn and Taurus, earth signs, they want companionship, they want stability, they want to be grounded, they want to build a foundation, they want loyalty, they really want to enjoy the senses of they want to enjoy life through their senses, right? And so that's really what we're going to be asked to do. And, building up security in our life. It's time to take initiative in your life and figure out the things that you want to make happen. Okay. And what's important for you to learn and experience in your lifetime. These things are important. Okay. So for May, I'm not from May. For April, things were very chaotic. They could have been all over the place with the lunar eclipse in March and then the solar eclipse in the beginning of April. It's just a lot of energy going around, and it really has you questioning, like, what direction am I going in my life? Is this job like making me happy? Even if it's making me paper money, is it making me happy? If I could do anything right now, what would I be doing? If I didn't tell myself that I had to work to live instead of living through your work, would things change for you? Okay, can my dreams and talents really bear fruit? What's funny is we're what makes our life actually happen. Our thoughts, our energies, our vibration actually is making up a creation in our life, and a co-creation too. So it's like without us, things really wouldn't flow. Without us, we can change, you know what I'm saying? Because Taurus is a little bit fixed, and it's stubborn, and it doesn't want to change. But when it comes to building a solid foundation to last you, for years to come, it's, hand in hand. That's definitely, what you want to make happen. And even, with status and things of that nature, but also like, we can change our minds, we can change our directions, we can change our focuses. And when we change our focus and our direction in life, that's what grows and maximizes. But if we keep putting energy into things that we do not want, that is going to grow. Okay. And it's really important for us to remember those types of things, right? We can choose what we want to experience. We can change our house. We can change our careers. We can change our status. We can change our lifestyle. We can change our hairs, our ethers. We can change our clothes. Like, we don't have to stay the same. Right? And so Taurus really does teach us that. And Venus being in Taurus reminds us of the beautiful and inner knowing, but also bringing a plan and stabilizing your thoughts and focusing on structures to make them real. right? And this is a positive opportunity, I believe, also to work towards a life that you really want. I feel like May is a push forward. If you haven't go watch our video, please do, because it is a push forward. It is all about your thoughts, and it's all about the things that you tell yourself. Taurus it's beautiful. It's Venus, it's Earth, it's nature. It's belonging, it's touching, it's tasting. And you really wouldn't be able to get the beauty out of life if you didn't experience it in those ways, because we are living in an experience. Okay, so this is a very positive. Okay, you must work towards the life that you want. What I mean by work, focus on the life that you want, right? Get serious, get practical about your dreams without losing sight of the joy that it does bring you. The things that you love will bring you joy. Those are the type of things that you need to focus on. Okay, do not overwork yourself. However, work your focus in the ways and in the directions that you want to grow. Okay, spend more time on your calling and what actually matters to you when building a foundation. Okay, stay active, of course, beautify yourself, and remember that life only gets better when you get better. Okay, so let's get started. Hey Aries. Okay, so Aries, this new moon is going to be happening in your second house of self-worth, self-esteem, confidence, really your finances, your income, your values. Okay, so you have an abundant future lying ahead of you, Aries. This is beautiful because this is happening in your second house of finances, of new beginnings. So this is a new chance and a clean slate for you to actually work for yourself or make paper money in ways that you see value, the way that you live your life and things that bring you comfort. Taurus, second house, this is your decision, right? It's a time for you to take initiative, Aries, in this area of your life. The new moon is going to, maybe you might buy something new, Taurus, to put inside of your house or something like that, right? Or you could get a raise at your job, or you could find new opportunities. But once again, make sure they align with your values, second house, and they help you build up your self-esteem. Okay, so this is actually wonderful because your unique talents and skills, they're going to reflect in your relationships, your personal security, the way that you feel about yourself. Always make sure that you align your values with integrity. Okay, do not self-sacrifice or self-sabotage to get paper money, because those are quick fixes and they will never truly work in the long run. Taurus is about like planting a seed and building something that is forever lasting. Well, not forever lasting, but long lasting foundations. Okay, so this is a fresh start for you to define like what brings you pleasure in your life. Clearing out things that are cluttering. Clearing out what is cluttering for the mind, what's clouding your sense of self-worth and your confidence. Moving that out of the way and really finding pleasure within your life. And having a more abundant mindset, Taurus, knowing that things are going to happen for you and setting an intention to have a fresh new financial beginning too. Okay. The moon moves over. So the moon moves over your fourth house. And so your fourth house had to do with, your home, your roots, and moving and real estate, of things of that nature. So you could be moving home. You could be moving back to something or away from your home. And if you're going back, you could be moving back to see your mom or something like that. Fourth house is your mom. And this is a fresh new beginning, right? And you could connect back to your mother and have a deep, fourth house also has to do with your emotional state. So you could be experiencing like a deep cleansing of your emotional wounds, that mother or your ancestral line or things of that nature, things that are really, really deep, your emotional intelligence, really. And the sun is going to be in your fifth house. So this could be a fresh start with your children, a new hobby that you guys like to do together. Enjoying things that make you laugh, because fifth house is about, movies, plays, creative projects, fun, poetry, and all of those things. Actually, third house is about poetry, but this can fall into too, especially if it's fun and you're standing up and you're doing it and you're actually like laughing and enjoying it, because fifth house is all about enjoying new hobbies, and the moon is about new, right? So this is in a trine with your 10th house in Capricorn, meaning that you want to be seen in the world as someone who's building a legacy, right? Building a stable foundation, building a career that you can be proud of, Aries, okay? And also, Saturn in Pisces is in your 12th house, asking you honestly to slow down, right? And commit to these goals. Commit to these goals, these self goals, okay? Not serving others, but serving yourself, Aries, right? You're capable of everything and anything, Aries, okay? Because when you have an abundant mindset, you have abundant outcomes. But, you can't hide from, you can't hide from Saturn being in the 12th. Oh no, you can't, because this is, it's always nice because Aries, it goes in order, but 12th house, has to do with your dreams, your psychological nature, prisons, and, also healing, healing retreats, gurus, and things of that nature. So it's like healing of the mind, but there is a shadow side to it. You have to do the shadow work to get there. Just like you have to really rearrange your mindset, do your affirmations, Aries, and tell yourself, I am the one, I am first, I can do anything. I am worthy of loyalty and respect, and you'll see how it does play out over time in your life and actually comes to life, So let's do a couple messages and see what your spirit guides would like for you to know, Aries. Okay, you have the 9 of swords. Sorry, let me pick them up. You have the 9 of swords, you have the Queen of Swords, and you also have the Hierophant. Okay, so the Queen of Swords, the Queen of, the 8 of Swords really talks about you letting go of that fear, letting go of that anxiety. 12th house, honestly, Aries, yes, you have to let those things go, because the 12th house, it really takes us a deep dive, and Saturn being in Pisces is like, you're going to go through this. You're going to have to, step over these obstacles, and you're going to kind of have to get past the anxiety and the fear behind, the unknown, and take a leap of faith, because we have the Queen of Swords here. Someone who is insightful, and has clear boundaries. Pisces is a sign that is selfless and has no boundaries. So when it comes to the things that you think about, it could be boundless, but don't let your thoughts go crazy and run wild, Aries, because you want to make sure you're focusing on what you want to bring into your life and really being honest with yourself about it and having open conversations with yourself. Queen of Swords, and honestly the Hierophant, which is in my opinion it's Taurus, but it's Pisces, because for me it's something that you're preaching about. You're preaching these beliefs, you're preaching out what you believe in, you're preaching out your systems, your teachings, the things that really matter to you. Even some religious beliefs, 12th house can do with, well, Pisces can do with not religions, but just like belief systems and things of that nature. And so, it's really about letting go and releasing, because you have things to talk about and things to not things to talk about, but in ways to move. Set your clear boundaries behind, I'm not going to let this fear stop me. I'm going to be fearful and still do what I need to do, because my finances depend on it. My self-worth, depends on it. And for me, you're showing up as a Hierophant, someone who has this higher wisdom, someone who's been through, I wouldn't say a lot, but just something that caused pain, something that really cause a lot of pain, and you're able to speak about it and speak from a place of knowing, right? And so we don't want to let things like that, though, like stop us from going to the next part of our life. You know, we want to talk about them, yes, and we want to be honest with them and have open conversations, but we also want to learn how to let them go. Okay. And so we have celebrate achievements, and we have everything your desires on the other side of the unknown. Yes. You have discipline can lead to happiness, and you also have nothing last, but you are not lost. So Aries, yeah. So I wouldn't say you're okay, right? I'm not going to say you're okay, but I'm just saying like you're moving in a direction that you're afraid of. You know, of course, you know, you're afraid that your fruit, like what you have to offer, wouldn't bring you anything, but you also have to know, like, I have confidence in myself. If I think about it, I can make this happen, because your thoughts are, you know, your thoughts are in order. You know, you got Gemini, but depending on the planets in your house, you know, but your dreams can be made possible when you think the right things about yourself and you think that you can make them possible. Everything that you desire is on the other side of the unknown. It's really about taking the leap of faith and really, you know, depending on yourself, and but knowing that it's going to happen and it's going to come to life for you. When you truly believe in it, Pisces, you know, in the 12th house, when you truly believe in it and you truly know that your dreams are always there, you can make anything possible. You have, when I face my shadows, I found my soul. That's beautiful. It's all about really facing yourself, right? Facing yourself, facing those that worry, sitting with those deep fears, and sorting through them. It's very difficult. It's not easy. But I feel like with the the Scorpio full moon actually had you already doing that. You know, it's like you face these shadows. You know which way that you want to go. And so we have the Panda. So the Panda shows up bringing ease to your life, ease to your thoughts, knowing that when you're disciplined behind what you want, Saturn, because this is a harmonious, you know, aspect with Saturn and the new moon. When you're disciplined about the things that you want and need, you can make them happen. And it's not about being disciplined. It's not about being disciplined like I'm gonna sacrifice everything. It's about your daily routines need to align with what you want to bring into your life. Your thoughts need to align with what you want to bring into your life. But it's about confidence. You need to bring confidence into your life and new finances. Okay. And I know that you're I know that you can build your confidence and build your self-worth and build your finances when you realize that I know I've experienced lots of pain, as we all do. You know, it could have been mentally tortured. You know, it just could have been like, why can't I let this go? Why does this keep happening? And things just keep returning to you. But it's really about sitting down and stop worrying, you know, and knowing that I can support myself. I can change these things. I can find knowledge, you know, and help change my mind. So what do we have? We have Kalima Dakshina. We have Dakshina here, and she talks about how fear, don't let fear undermine your joy. Don't let fear stop you from doing the things that you would like to do with yourself. Okay, because blessings are on the other side of truly what you want, and that really blessings are on the other side of the unknown. When we choose to change, you know, it's not always like, wow, I'm healed, I'm changed, this is beautiful. You know, it's really like going through obstacles, you know, really sticking to it, like, yes, I'm healed, I'm changed, I can do this. And then you see like this beautiful, your life just changes right before your eyes without you actually knowing it, because when you get better, everything gets better around you. And you also have Kurukala, and she talks about karmic ties that are no longer aligned with your path, and divine blessings will be granted to you when you let go of negativity, when you let go of that, you know, I can't mindset, but put on the I can and I am mindset, Aries. That's when you really you're really going to push forward and your confidence is going to be boosted up. But this is honestly a new beginning. It's a new chance for you to realize these things about yourself and, become at peace with it and move in the right direction to make these things possible for you. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you, Aries.